it's a big family, just
Yeah.
like our school,
Yeah.
just like our district. You know how we all look out for each other, we all care for each other. It's just like that. That's another thing I loved about it.
Well, you're shifting from the most female-dominated profession to the most male-dominated profession around, so which is, I'm sure, a big
Big
change.
change.
Yeah.
Yes, but very exciting though.
Yeah. Hi, today we're here with another episode of our Above the Bar interviews. Today we have Miss Iliana Magallanes, who was a two-time Teacher of the Year. We're actually on location here at San Cayetano, where she was a teacher, two-time Teacher of the Year, and we're doing a interview because she has transitioned from a teacher to a trooper. So with that, welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so nice to be back here.
Yeah.
And seeing all the kids and the teachers and everybody so happy and so many emotions. It's definitely beautiful, like a beautiful feeling. So thank you for doing this.
Well, you're welcome. Well, thank you, because one of the things that we're very fortunate about in our community is to have people that serve as teachers, because that's part of service. And now you transition into a whole different type of service. So let's go back a little bit to what caused you to want to change and move into law enforcement and serve our community in a different way.
So just like teaching, law enforcement is something I've always wanted to do. And all of a sudden it just hit me like, you know, if you don't do it now, you're only getting older. So even in my academy, I was the second oldest there. And I would hear about it every day. But of course I trained for it and everything, so I was ready. But just I figured if I don't do it now, I'll never do it, and I didn't want to live my life without trying it. And it was a success, so I'm very excited. But like I said, just like teaching, I always wanted to do both. But I thought if I get my degree first, go to school first, and do that, and then teaching was just wonderful, so I did it for 10 years. But I felt like I needed that change, and it was the perfect timing for me to try it out, and thankfully it all worked out, and now I'm here as a trooper.
Yeah. Well, we're very thankful for the 10 years that you did spend with the district, and I'm sure, obviously, when you saw the students today, they had that feeling that you were again two-time Teacher of the Year. So you were not only a teacher, you were a very successful teacher. So making that transition, you said that it was something that was calling you to really serve again in a different way. But yes. Now it's now you're out there, you have a weapon, you have all those things. So take us a little bit through your training. How did that, because you recently graduated, mm-hmm. and yes. you were one of your top in your class,
yes.
and requested to be the speaker
yes.
at your academy class. So tell us a little bit about the whole academy process.
Well, the academy is 31 weeks long. It's very intense, very mentally, physically. It involves everything. It was surprising. I was expecting it to be hard, but not as hard as it was. It's everything. We do physical conditioning, we do defensive tactics training, firearms training, driving training. We learn all the laws. It's a big book full of all the laws, arrest laws, traffic laws, everything. And then we also have chaos drills where we fight, so that we learn all the different skills in case we're ever put in that situation. Did I mention the driving already?
Yes.
We do some driving, our rifle school, because we're one of the agencies where once we graduate, we're certified with our rifles as well. So in our vehicle, in our patrol vehicles, we have our rifle. So that was very intense too. Different scenarios where it's some you're just like, gosh, like am I gonna do good in this? Because they catch you off guard, but it's that the whole point is that, like, how are you going to react? Are you going to give up? Are you going to keep going? Are you going to keep fighting? For example, for one of the scenarios, I had a gun right at my face. Like, I could have been dead if it was real life. But then again, that's why they train us, so that we're not in those situations. So definitely very eye-opening, but I loved it. I loved every single bit of it. Some days I would go home and just be like, oh my gosh, like, what am I doing? I was fine just teaching. Yeah. But like I said, it was something I always wanted to do, so I just went for it.
Yeah. Well, and that's great. And obviously we miss you as a teacher.
I miss you guys too.
But we, again, are excited for you to move into a different phase and continue to serve our community and be an example for our students. And I think that's one of the things that I think is important for us to do this type of interview, is to show students that there are different options of things and to continue to serve the community. So in your role now, are you going to be doing any education with students and things like that? Because I'm assuming that with your background, they'll probably want to use you to go out and visit schools and things like that.
Yeah, so they did tell me as soon as I get to the area where I'll be working to go and get to know the community, and I was like, oh, I'll have no problem with that. They actually called me Jaws of Life at the academy because I was always talking. I'm like, I'm sorry. One of the hardest things for me was we can't look at them in the eyes, our trainers. So that was really hard for me because as a teacher, like, what do? You look at people in the eye, you use your hands to talk, and they're like, keep your hands straight and stay at attention. And I'm like, I'm sorry. But I do want to go to general instructor school so that I could go back to the academy as an instructor. Yes, so eventually I would love to do that. I love this department because they have everything. They have so many options, but that would be my first one, to be an instructor.
So what location are you going to be? Do you know where you're?
Yes, I'm going to be in Benson, Arizona.
Okay.
Yes.
So not too far from
home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm actually thinking maybe I could even coach here again. Yeah. Once I get settled in and see what my schedule will be and stuff, maybe I can come back and do something with our schools as well.
Yeah, well, we would love to have you, obviously.
Thank you.
So when you made the transition, you talked about the academy, and now you're going to be stationed in a place. So are there any fears that you have? Because obviously law enforcement is a serious occupation, and I think that's one of the things that why it takes a lot of courage to do the job. And we always say thank you for your service because you're protecting our community. Any fears that you have?
I wouldn't say fears, but it's just a matter of always being prepared for the unexpected. Yeah. At first, you do have, at least I did, a little bit of fear, just like, am I going to be prepared for that? But after that training that we go through, trust me, we're prepared for anything. They make it a point to put us through the craziest things that you can think of so that the first time it happens is not when I'm out on the road. So I feel very prepared. Like I said, just expect the unexpected, always officer safety, and just give it my best, just like I did with teaching. Yeah,
and I'm sure you're going to obviously be very successful. So we have our own law enforcement classes here at the high school when we actually have a police car, which is
that's
awesome. Very cool to have. But for those students that are in that program, do you have any words of advice that you would share of what they should try to do to prepare to be just like you would with your students, having them prepare for their future? Any words of wisdom for those law enforcement students?
I would say to keep working really hard, obviously. Always have empathy for people. You're not going to be above anyone. You're there to help in every situation. So just be mentally strong, physically strong, and just don't ever give up. Like, anything is possible. Always be safe, do your best, and keep going. Don't give up.
So you said you're thinking about the next step for you, as well as obviously you're new to your job, so you want to go back and be an instructor and continue to work with. Anything else that you would want to do moving up in law enforcement?
There's so many things I want to do. I want to work undercover. I want to work with they have a border task force, which is also really cool. I want to be K-9. They just have so many options. I'm like, I just want to do it all. So I'm glad I still have time. I'm not that old. So hopefully I can get to do all of that and hopefully one day be a leader in that agency as well. Yeah.
So what is your current rank? Do you have rankings in this?
Yeah, so right now I'm a trooper. So I'll be working highway patrol. Okay. And then I will be, at least for 1 year, I need to be there. But they advise us to work at least 3 years so that we can get really good at that and then try other things. But yes.
Well, great. Well, thank you for spending time with us
today
and coming back and visiting the school that you were the teacher at. And we're very excited for you. Again, like I said, we really appreciate your service not only to the school district before, but now to our community in another capacity. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm very happy. Thank you. How have you guys been? Good? Yeah? I'm sorry I cut into your lunchtime.
No, it's okay. We don't care.
Okay. It's worth it? Okay. That's good. I miss you guys. I'm very happy I got to see all of you. And I really, truly miss you guys. But now I'm going to protect you out there, okay? So you, your parents, your families, that's what I'm going to be doing now, okay? Make sure you guys behave.